All right, first things first. Literally, can you update us on Caleb?
Yeah, he's been able to practice here a couple days here. Didn't do everything 2 days ago. Did everything today. We didn't go incredibly long, but yeah, he's done well. He really hasn't had a full practice since the Thursday before our Butler game. Since we played a noon game versus Butler, the day before was really a shoot-around. And then, you had a Saturday, Monday game, so Sunday wasn't, very hard. Obviously, he played in the game on Saturday and played in the game on Sunday before our Christmas break. So, but, these situations that we had, like last year with Sasha, it's just, kind of bringing them back into the fold and just kind of waiting to see how, things unfold and just trust in your eyes and how things are doing. A little different this year. I think we're a deeper team this year than we were last year. So just going to play it by ear and kind of see where we are with everything. But just like with Sash, we took him about 3 games, I thought. I know he probably wanted to play a little bit more before he really got, going with everything. I don't know if it's the same effect, I'm not a doctor, as it was last year. But just happy that he's back and he's able to practice the last couple of days.
You do have the luxury to ease him back in, as you said, because you've got depth.
Exactly. Yeah, you definitely have the luxury to not, hurry him back if he's not quite ready. And it's hard. It's how you schedule around Christmas break is hard because you have a little bit of time off and you need to get their legs under it. Now you throw this on top of it.
Right. What changes with Big Ten play now that your team has to acclimate back to?
I think just the familiarity more than anything. I think some of the games that we've already played, the 2 games, both of those games were tough for us. Obviously, we struggled with our win against Iowa, and obviously we got beat in our game against Rutgers, even though we were in a pretty good position with about 8 minutes to go. In that game, just everybody kind of knows each other. It's not a weakness for anybody. I don't think it's a strength for anybody unless you just have more of an experienced team. I think that's where our strength should lie. I think with Wisconsin, they're really familiar with what we do, and we're really familiar with them. But like, who's going to be physical? Who's going to play the hardest? Who's going to execute the best? Who's going to get the 50-50 balls? That's who's really going to win the day when it comes down to Big Ten play.
When things get a little more physical and the scouting gets a little bit more thorough, and that familiarity tends to take hold, that makes offensive execution a little bit harder. What has to be, when that gets tough, what has to be there to kind of make up for it?
Well, you got to be able to pass and catch. You got to be able to get deeper position. I think for us, we can be a little bit different than everybody else because we can get the ball inside, and not everybody has to worry about that. Obviously, you got to worry about it with Hunter Dickinson, with Kofi Coburn. I like Wisconsin's guys. I think when they get deep position, those guys are really good. Now, obviously, their 2 leading scorers are guards, so it's a little bit different. Obviously, our leading scorer is a guard, but then our 2 other leading scorers are both centers. So we really, emphasize getting the ball inside. But I think that, if they take a lot of things away from us, just like anybody else, if you can get the ball inside, it makes them have that concern, and then it really helps loosen some things on the perimeter.
This is the time of year now where you have to win with defense and rebounding at times.
Yes.
Right.
Well, you have to win with defense and rebounding, period.
Yeah.
There's such pillars of the game, but yeah, it is more emphasized when you get with
games.
people. Well, you can't steal as many points when you play people like Wisconsin.
Right.
Like, you're not going to be able to get on the glass as much. You're not going to be definitely not going to be able to get in transition as much.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you can't in those 2 areas. It's just harder. So now you need to be better in the half court, both on offense and defense.
Can you win with the way that you're playing defense right
Not
now?
in my opinion when you're not making shots. You can't struggle from the perimeter, not make your free throws, and then expect to beat a quality team like Wisconsin if you're not defending. And I think that's where we've been all season. Sure, we've won all of our games except 1, but we've been inconsistent on the defensive end, and that's where we got to do a better job of just kind of tying some things together.
What has sort of defined Wisconsin this year after they lost all those guys who were playing for them for like 6 years?
Well, I think they got 2 really good guards. They got a freshman point guard that's going to be a fabulous player. So he's been brought along and everything, but he fits the mold of some of the point guards that they've had in the past. You look at Tyler Wall, he can defend, he can rebound, he's tough, he can guard a lot of different people. He's interchangeable in terms of playing that 3 and that 4. Kroll's really done a good job. He can stretch him out, make a 3, can score at the rim. And then they got some depth. But I think they have, a really good starting 5. When the guys that come in off the bench give them a punch, they're a really dangerous team. But they're two guards. I think their team starts, with Brad Davison and what he can do on the floor, just his understanding with all of his experience and his shot-making ability. Then Johnny Davis is one of the best players in the country. Obviously, we had him in USA Basketball. He made the U19 teams, but he's an elite offensive and defensive player. He's going to have a great professional career.